fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing? Today I'm going to be bringing you a video on the Mrs.Bella x BH Cosmetics palette, and I just have to rant about life for a second. I'm sorry if you're not interested in this. I can leave like a little timestamp if you don't care, but you guys, I have had the hardest last couple of weeks. Some stuff I can't share because I just can't share for a little while, but I will talk about it in the future. And then I have been constantly sick. My son was sick and then he got me sick, and I was literally like had the cold for like a whole week, and it just kept lingering. I just kept feeling awful and tired, and then as soon as I started feeling healthy again, I woke up the next morning and my eye was literally like completely pink, but it wasn't pink eye. I didn't have the symptoms of pink eye. It was just all my capillaries were enlarged. I was like, did I get cut or what? I had no idea. That went away in like 2 days. And then I was feeling good again for a day, and then the next day I woke up and I got the stomach bug, which lasted like another 2 days, and then I was feeling okay. So I forced myself to film. I filmed 3 videos, and then something happened and they completely disappeared from my SD card. So I was like, I've run out of videos. I don't know what to do. I'm so frustrated. I wasted all the time. So the last few weeks have definitely been the struggle, and yesterday I was so discouraged after all my videos just disappeared. I had no idea what happened, which I actually did a full video already on this, which obviously is deleted so you'll never see it. But I did a first impression kind of review / trying it out. So unfortunately I'm not going to be able to do a demo for you guys today, and that's because I don't want to do a demo with this palette. Let's just say that this palette was a fail. I never have fails. I hate buying things and having fails. I don't even know if I can return this. So I'm gonna say that this palette is like a C- D+ type rating. Not everything in it is horrible, but it was definitely a disappointment. Like I said, I won't have a demo. This is the modern renaissance on my eyes, but I am going to swatch everything and kind of go through my thoughts, what I liked, what I didn't like. So let's just get into the palette. This is a collaboration with Mrs.Bella. If you haven't heard of her, she is a German YouTuber. This palette was available, I think, about 8 months ago to Europe. I'm not sure if it was the entirety of Europe, but I know that I in the United States could not get my hands on it up until about 2 weeks ago. I purchased it right away. I don't know of any English reviews right now, so I did look on YouTube, but I couldn't find any information, so I didn't really know if it was good or bad, even though it had been out for quite a few months. So I just took a chance. I was super excited. I have tons of BH Cosmetics palettes that I love and that I could recommend to y'all. So here's what the inside of the palette looks like. It does have 2 highlighters and 10 eyeshadows. The eyeshadows are all pretty neutral other than the shade Vino, which is a little out there, which is the shade that really drew me into this palette. I feel like the highlighters stuck out a little bit because they are more like colorful. Like this gold looks very orange and this purple highlighter is just very purple, and that doesn't really go with the palette to me. Like they don't really flow. But the highlighters are actually my favorite part. I'm going to insert a clip in just a moment applying them. That way you can see how they apply. Right now on my cheeks I have them both mixed because I did one on each side. That way you guys could see what they look like, and then I mixed them just for the sake of looking sane and not having a gold highlight and then a purple highlight. But I really enjoy these actually. I think that they look beautiful on the skin. The gold highlight is super soft and beautiful, and it doesn't have a super bronzy effect to it, so I can actually get away with wearing it even though I'm super fair, which not every gold highlight I can, and I really wasn't expecting to be able to wear this gold highlight. And then the purple, like I said, is a little bit more out there, but it is beautiful. It's not like a streak of purple on your cheeks. I think that it looks nice. It doesn't have a super bad shadow either. It is a little bit of a pretty, just kind of out there highlighter. Overall, I'll talk about it in just a moment. I don't like the eyeshadows that much, so if you were interested in the highlighters and you like the way that they apply, I would just recommend going ahead and purchasing these palettes from BH Cosmetics. It's the Spotlight and the Blacklight palette. These are just 6-pan highlighter palettes. I think you can get them for like $10 now, and they are just absolutely stunning, super vibrant highlighters. So I really recommend just picking these up instead of this whole palette. So real quick, I'm just going to swatch those on my hand just so you can see what they look like. Here's the gold and the purple. So like I said, a little bit different, but I don't feel like they leave a cast. I think that they look nice on fair skin. So overall, I really do like these highlighters. I think that they're super stunning on the cheek. So the eyeshadows in the palette are not the worst eyeshadows I've ever used in my life, but they're disappointing. They're not very pigmented at all. I had to really build these up on my eyes for them to show up at all. And even then, like, I went in with this like purple shade like 4 times to get it to show up. This shade right here, which looks like a beautiful transition shade, didn't show up at all. The white didn't really show up. I did use these 2 shimmery shades right here, and I used them with my finger, and they were still just powdery. They didn't look metallic at all. They were just like the slightest sheen. Like, they were not like super beautiful shadows. Like, those are just not shimmery shades I would reach for. This highlighting shade right here was okay. I liked that one. And the most disappointing shade in the palette to me was Vino. This one swatched okay, but when I put it on my eyes, it didn't show up. It just blended away. I had to pack it on, and still I barely got any color payoff. I tried to deepen up the whole look with this shade right here, didn't do anything. So I think maybe if you're a beginner you'll like this, because they do blend super easy, but that's only because they have barely any pigment to them. So I don't know. I don't know. I might be passing this on to my little sister, because she might think it's fun and pretty, and I know that she'll definitely like the highlighters, and she has more of a tan skin tone. So I think she'll really like this gold shade. But for me personally, I don't like it, and I would not recommend you guys purchasing it. So we're just gonna do some quick swatches so you can see what I mean. And you can see, like, okay, like I'm gonna go into undressed right here and whatever, getting a little bit of pigment on the fingers, but then when I swatch it, that's all I got. You can barely even see that shade. So here is Vino and Sally. And I'm not really doing proper swatches because I feel like it doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter. They just don't swatch good anyway. Here is which one is this? This is 50/50 and Spice. Which Spice is the mustardy yellow. Again, barely shows up. Like, these are just sad. So the one shimmery shade I did like is Lumos. I put this on my inner corner yesterday. That one right there. Again, doesn't show up super pigmented, but it's pretty underneath your brow bone and whatnot highlight. And then the last 2 shades to swatch here. Actually, there's 3 shades. The first one is Pure right here, which is just the white shade, but it's literally translucent. You can't see anything. And then this is the 2 shimmers. So they're just light patchy. So there's what they all look like swatched. And I'm really trying my best. I'm not trying to make these swatches bad or anything. The last time, like, every time I do a review and it's negative and I say I don't like something, I always get tons and tons of dislikes and whatnot. I'm like, do you want the truth? Like, do you want the truth? Because this is the truth, is that this is what it swatches like. It doesn't apply well. It's just, it's upsetting, and I hate saying that because I love BH Cosmetics. I love supporting collabs, even if I have no idea what she says, no idea about her personality or anything. I still think good on you, you were able to do a collab with an awesome brand. But this palette is just a fail. I love the It's My Ray Ray palette. I love the Carly Bible palette. I love the Zodiac palette. Highly recommend any of those. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.